Hey guys, welcome back for another cutie tutorial. This time we're going to paint this super cute baby chick. And it's so easy. Anybody can do it, so let's get started. I will be using a size 10 and a size 2 round brush, but you can use whatever brush you want. You can just use one brush. It just makes it easier to add detail. So we're going to start with our bigger brush. What we do is we take water and we wet a circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, just do the best that you can. If it's hard for you to do a circle, you can sketch one out first by tracing around something circular like a cup and then painting it in. But I like the imperfections of handmade things. It gives it a charm, I think. So I'm just doing a simple circle. And I'm just going to add not too much water, but just enough for the paper to be well saturated. Make it as big as you want it. I'm making mine a little bit larger. And now here's the fun part. So I have liquid watercolors here, which are super concentrated. You can use this for a really fun look, or you can use normal paint. Just be sure to add a lot of water when you use normal paint. I will show you what this looks like. If I use normal paint, say I pick up this beautiful yellow, I need to pick up quite a bit of it, and then I drop it in the center, and I keep dropping it, and it's going to expand out of my circle. And I can use different colors to give it a nice look where it blends. Just mix it around the circle. But if I use this kind of paint, it will one drop in the middle and it will explode out for me. I did a few drops, but you see how beautiful it is and how it's coming out. Now another fun thing to do is get a different color and put another one in the middle. And just add more water if you want it to blend more. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more blending here just by moving my brush around and letting the paint do its thing. It's really fun to just watch it blend around and have fun. That's why it's good to have more than one color, one type of yellow, and just let it expand and do its own thing. I like making these blooms and fun color variations, and where there's lights and there's darks, and it's really like an abstract little circle. You can add in even more color while it's still wet. Everything that's yellowy you can add in, and I just add in just for some fun detail. Put little dots here and there. It's going to blend out and it looks really pretty. And you can even add more water. I know people always say I use too much water, but I really like the hard edges it creates and the fun bleeds and blooms. To me it's fun, but you can use less if you want to. It's up to you. So we just made a fun little circle, a yellow circle. It looks like a planet almost, but once it dries it will be lighter. If you made yours a little too dark in some areas or you used too much paint, you think, just take a paper towel and just dab it up. What you can do is actually dab up the edges to make it lighter on the outside and then darker on the middle. I'm just dabbing it up. You can also use a thirsty brush to do something similar. You just take all the water out of your brush and then you can use it to pick up excess paint. And it will do a similar effect of just picking up the paint. Okay, I'm pretty happy with my circle. I think it looks neat. So we're gonna dry this, but not completely, just a little bit. I'm gonna use my heat gun to do this. Or you can just wait or use a hair dryer. Now, once it's more dry, I can go back in with more paint to add more fun blooms and let the paints blend. Because it's more dry, it will not spread out as much, so you will be able to see it more. And I can even add a little splatter right now. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry completely. Now we're gonna take our smaller brush, our size 2, or if you want to, you can still use your big brush, just use the tip of it. And challenge yourself. And I'm going to pick up some orange and some brown. And I'm just going to mix those two together. We're going to paint in his little beak. So you can put your beak anywhere you want. It will give it a different feel. He's looking up if you put it here, or looking down if you put it here. I'm going to go towards the middle. I'm just going to do a little triangle. Now, I'm not closing the triangle. I'm just doing 2 lines that goes like this. And then one right in the middle. That's it. For his legs, I'm going to do simple lines. So just going down and another one going down. Now I accidentally pressed a little too hard my brush here, and that's okay. I'm going to show you guys how to fix mistakes. Or you can leave it like that if you do something like that because it's a wonky feeling and it's more character. In fact, maybe I'll leave it. But all you can do is just thicken this one to make it even. But I think I like this. And then we're going to take it out into 3 little lines. So just 1, 2, 3. Very simple. And one going back a little bit. Same thing on this side. We're gonna go put one back a little bit, and 1, 2, 3. Simple. Now for his eye, you have many options. You could do a little circle, you could do a funny looking eye, you could do anything you want. I thought I would do a cute one, so I'm gonna make it big. I'm just doing a loose circle. This is a loose painting, so don't worry about it being a perfect circle. It will be cute either way. And I can add little eyelashes if I want to. So just little lines, 1, 2, 3. There we go, now it's a girl. So what's missing? Well, his wing. And to add his wing, I'm going to use the same color paint again. This is just to make it consistent and more simple, but you can use anything you want. And I'm going to do little twirls. So I'm going to put my brush down and then do a little twirl, and a little twirl, and that's it. And close it in. Very, very simple, very cute. You can make it go up more like this and just play with your lines and see what you like. Be playful, let yourself be able to do your own thing. Now baby chicks don't have those intricate tails that birds do, but we're making him up, so we can do anything we want to him. So I'm going to add a fun little tail. I'm just going to play with my lines. I'm going to loop it up and add another one. And maybe one more. But 2 is cute too. Add more or less, use different colors, do whatever you want to do, explore and have fun. So here's his cute little tail. And if I want to, I can add one more thing on his head for a little crown maybe, or I could add a feather going out or a bow, whatever you want to add, just have fun with it. I think I'll do just little hairs, so maybe something like this, similar to the tail. The same kinds of loops. It makes it really quirky and cute and fun. Now for my signature style, I love adding pink cheeks, so I'm going to pick up some pink and add those in as well. I like to do a little oval sometimes, and that just gives him a touch of cuteness. And if you want to, you can also add a texture of fur. Pick up the yellow that you like, maybe mix it with a different yellow to give it a little darker feel. And we're just going to add little lines like this. It just makes it look like he has feathers or fur or something. This would work with any kind of animal. And I can put him only on his chest if I want to, or even on top of his head, wherever you want to put them. It will just give it a really subtle texture. And if I want to give him a slight shadow, I can. Just pick up a little bit of blue and maybe some Payne's gray or black if you have that, and dilute it. Get a lot of water. And then just add a little circle right here. Now, we might disturb the paint that we already have down if you do this, but that's okay. We can just paint over it again and it'll just make a nice little bleed and blend for us. So I'm just adding it in, and because you can see it is disturbing the paint because I'm using more water. And that's okay. Make it very light. This is a nice lightness right here. And you can soften the edges by adding more water to them. You can soften it out even more by making it go into nothingness with just plain water. Now let's let that dry and we can fix up his feet. But you don't have to do the shadow, like I said, it's just an option. I just thought it'd be a cute little touch. It bled quite a bit here, and I really like that. So all I'm gonna do is just pick up the same color and go over it. Very simple. Because we used it solidly, we didn't dilute it a certain way, so it's very easy to fix. And remember how I kept this one skinny, this one thick? You don't even notice it at first glance. It just looks quirky. It gives it that quirky charm of being handmade. So it's okay to make mistakes in your art. It's okay if this line doesn't line up with this line. It's okay if this is thicker, this is thinner, and this is thicker, and this is thinner. I think it makes it look cute. I want to add one more thing. Usually I just let my paintings flow and I see what I can do and I play with them. The one more thing that I want to add is maybe some pattern in his tail. Make it even prettier. First I'll add more teardrops. Very simple. And maybe a cute little circle right here. Simple. It's like a folky feel. And maybe another one that's smaller. I'm just making a fun little pattern. Gives it more charm. I also think it'd be cute if I filled some of these in a little bit. So what I can do is maybe fill this one in, or this one in, or that one and that one, maybe his beak. It's up to you what you want to do. For me, I think it'd be cute if I just do the middle one Well, you don't have to do brown. You can put a different color in there to make it more creative. It's up to you. This is actually one of my really tame paintings. And maybe I'll do the outside ones here. And maybe just this one. I'm just winging it. I'm just seeing what looks good. And I'm keeping it mostly symmetrical. And I thought it'd be nice to add a little bit of color in his beak. And I feel like I am done. He is so adorable. For a finishing touch, I'm going to use my Sigma Broad Point White Gel Pen. I'm going to add some highlights. You can put some in his eyes if you want to, but I think he looks cute like this. And I'm going to just add some to his cheeks. If you want to, you can also add it to his eyes. There's a million ways you could add these in. Just play with it, see what works for you. Maybe you could add a scrap piece of paper and see what looks good and what doesn't. It's really just about playing. And the good thing about this kind of gel pen is if you don't like it, you can just wet it and take it off. And that's it, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's really simple and easy, and I hope it got your imagination rolling. I have something similar that I did with the cats, and I will leave a link to that below. And this is the first time I've done a slow painting guided tutorial. Let me know if you guys like this pace in the comments, and I'll do more like this. I'm not sure if voiceovers are better or this is better, so just give me feedback. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and made your own cutie little bird. If you haven't yet, go give it a try and play around with the ideas like colors and shapes and just have fun. If you guys made art inspired from this, tag me on Instagram so I can check it out. And have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. I'll see you in the next tutorial.